Hello, Earth. Walter here. I wasn't sure whether to share this. Some things feel too large for words. But this week, I stood in a museum and I saw something that made me realize you've forgotten. You've forgotten that you once left this planet, that Earth was once the cradle of a civilization so advanced that it reached for the stars and touched them. You see, Mars was not our origin, it was our inheritance. The Mars colony was established thousands of Earth years ago by an Earth you wouldn't recognize. Not the version with tangled power lines and tangled politics, but one of balance, one of vision. They built machines that harvested starlight, they encoded knowledge into minerals, and they sent their best and brightest across the void, not as conquerors, but as caretakers. Mars was never meant to be a second chance. It was meant to be a sibling, a companion to Earth. But then came the silence. It wasn't sudden. First, the transmissions became irregular, delays, distortion, confusion. Then, one day, the signals just stopped. No warning, no goodbye. On Mars, we assumed it was temporary. We checked receivers, boosted relays, beamed messages into the void for decades. No response. Eventually, a quiet consensus took hold. Earth was gone. To conflict, or collapse, or something we couldn't imagine. We mourned you. And then we moved on. Generations passed. Then, in 1969, something happened. One of our satellites, scanning deep space for anything unusual, caught a weak transmission. At first, we thought it was just noise, but when we cleaned it up, we saw something incredible. A grainy black and white video of two humans walking on the surface of the moon. It was a broadcast from Earth, one of the strongest signals your planet ever sent, and it reached us. Until then, we thought Earth was gone. All communication had stopped thousands of years ago. No messages, no probes, no signs of life. But this changed everything. The discovery triggered a new phase of observation. We set up long-range receivers and began scanning for other signals. Over the next few decades, we picked up more. Fragments of television shows, news broadcasts, radio chatter. They weren't meant for us, but they found us anyway. And the more we saw, the more we realized Earth was still alive, still changing, still human. And then, 3 years ago, I came here. I'd grown tired of poring over data. I wanted to see Earth for myself. What I found was humanity. Loud, fractured, beautiful humanity. You still argue over borders. You still burn fuel to move a mile. You still build walls you hope will keep you safe from yourselves. But you also rescue animals just because they're small and helpless. You write poetry that no one reads except the person who broke your heart. You plant trees whose shade you'll never sit in. And that means the ancient Earth we lost is still in you. Somewhere beneath the noise and the forgetting is a memory worth recovering. So maybe my mission isn't just to observe. Maybe it's to remind you. You were once a people who looked up and built bridges to the stars. You can do it again. Walter, out.